Hello, and welcome in, my button mashers. How are we today? Oh, there he is. All right.
Hello.
Fantastic. Hey, don't mean to bring you in late, Jay. You had stepped away. Hello, my button mashers. It is I, NatesLegend, of course, back again. We are, we're so excited. It's going to be a great episode. We're going to talk a lot here today. There's a lot to discover, a lot to talk about. We're going to start, however, by doing our introductions. So, as always, I am joined today by the one, the only Jay Moore. Jay, how are you today, sir?
You know what? I'm doing okay. A little bit of a long day for me, but, you know, it only gets better with time, like age, fine wine. So I'm doing all right.
All right. If the audio cut out there, I apologize. I hit some wrong buttons. That may have cut out some of your audio. So I apologize in advance for anything that may have just cut out there.
No worries.
I truly, it's from the bottom of my heart. I apologize. We love you. We'll have plenty of time to talk about you. No worries. We are also, of course, joined today by the one and only Doodly Doo, Mr. Scott. How are you today, Doodles?
Oh, dude, I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. We had a fun time today. We did the stream thing, and that was pretty fun. Yeah.
It's great. So Jay didn't get to join us, unfortunately. Ended up working a little late and wasn't able to attend, and that's all right.
And I was looking real forward to it too. Like, man, if I didn't get home, I was so upset. I was mad, and I wanted to stay up, and then I was like, if I stay up, one, I'm not going to be performing like I need to on the stream. I'm just going to be like,
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like,
for those that don't know what we're kind of discussing here, so starting today, this morning was the first time we did it. We're going to start doing it kind of every weekend if possible. But today we did our inaugural stream of the free play DLC. I don't know. I think it's a fun name, so I'm calling it that. The free play DLC, where we're just going to play anything that we want to play. It may be games that will be appearing on the show. It may be just some of our favorite games, new games, whatever else. We'll bid Jay farewell for a moment here. We're just going to be live streaming, and you and I had a chance to do that today. Yeah, we also streamed a little bit individually over the weekend, but tell us about the experience. How was the stream? What happened?
Well, we were firing shots off from the Geek Dome, dude. It was cool. We were sending them down, and they were making some goals. And you know what? And they made some goals too. There were times where they made a lot of goals, but you know what? It's okay. Yeah. We did pretty good too, though. I think
the whole point of the Geek Dome stream, which by the way, I'll go ahead and throw this out there right now before I forget, because I likely will. It may not be the Geek Dome for too much longer. We're trying to work out some technicalities. I fully expected to have some technical issues, and that proved to be the case. So I think it was fairly successful overall, but we have some kinks to work out. So we're gonna work through that. It may not be the Geek Dome for long, but yeah, basically what we're doing is we're just trying to prove that, like, to be a hot streamer, to have fun with games, you don't need to be super good. So we're sitting gold in Rumble, silver in hockey. I
think it was a success if our goal was to have fun.
It was a huge success. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so much fun. I'm looking forward to doing it more. Again, if you guys don't know how it works, we'll just go hover it real quickly here. If you want to watch all of us commentating on the gameplay, you can come right to the Geek Dome. Again, I'll let you guys know in this week how that goes. But you can catch us in the Geek Dome on our Twitch and on our YouTube. We will be streaming live. Those are the only places that you'll be able to see it. We will not be putting it up anywhere afterward. You'll be able to continue to rewatch them there, but ultimately those are the only places you will be able to. So please go like our Twitch, follow YouTube, all of those, and then join us. We'll get our fan page going here as well, where you guys can join. We'll let you guys post your gameplay, your clips, whatever else. We'll really get that going for you. So join us there for our live stream. But right back into it, guys. Here we go. Let's jump in. So take it nice and easy here. This is going to be a fun fun conversation. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So our think about it question. Yes, my screen just lit up here because I have examples. We're gonna have some fun for a moment here, okay, guys? Right. Your think about it question, and this all stems. So I just want to give kind of a disclaimer here. If you haven't seen the Gaggle of Geeks episode this week, you desperately need to go see it. This is the inspiration behind the question. It's wonderful. So we're actually going movies this time. So we're not going to do video game question. It is a movie, and I asked you guys this already. If there is a movie made about your life, who do you want to play you, and who do you think actually would play you? Any volunteers to go first? What I'm gonna let you guys, because this is an open conversation. I have some ideas for all of y'all. This is gonna be fun. Who wants to go first?
I am just gonna jump in front of the thing and do the thing.
You're gonna jump in front of it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna say him into the microphone. Okay, so I think I would want to have Daniel Radcliffe just because I love him as an actor. He's great. I think it's gonna be a moody film. It's gonna be set, and it's gonna be like a long movie, and Daniel Radcliffe's gonna act it out and just do a really solid job. But what I think would actually happen is I would probably get Charlie Day.
Charlie Day. Okay.
I'd probably end up with Charlie Day.
I would argue that you're not necessarily as loud and I don't want to necessarily say obnoxious. Like he is ultimately, but I don't necessarily want to say that you're that high energy screaming all the time. That's not really in my mind.
That's all on the inside though.
That's fair. Let's I'm gonna counter. Do you mind if I go first with my thoughts?
I would love to hear your counter.
Yeah, I would like to hear that as well.
On the screen. I did not get I didn't get my drum roll set up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't get it set up here.
Oh
but
no!
We're gonna go ahead and.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I do the laugh immediately. All right. Yeah.
Seth Rogen. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stop sharing so you don't see the rest of my answers because I have them all pulled up. Seth Rogen for Doodles. I like Seth Rogen. He does the quirky comments all the time. It's always something silly. It's that high but low energy, the just down to hang out and relax. No cares in the world. I don't know. I feel like not only do I want him to play you in a movie, but like I feel like he's the one that should play you in the movie. That is the right answer. Personally. Jay, what about you? What do you think? Who
I actually have 4. Okay, and the reason why
let me stop you there. Are we talking Doodles still, or are we talking you at this point?
If we're going,
I just want to make sure we all know who we're talking.
All right, we'll stick with Doodles real quick.
Just another moment, and then I will let you break it down your own. Who do you think would play Doodles?
It's hard to pick, and like I really thought this through, okay? Mm-hmm. And I don't want you to take any offense to this, but I can actually see Hugh Jackman playing you.
Whoa, that's cool.
Okay.
That would be
because Hugh Jackman has that quirky side, and we've seen it between him and Ryan Reynolds. You know what I mean? And but he also has that serious streak, which I know you can be when the time comes to it, and you take your work very seriously, like Hugh Jackman does. So, not to mention, you kind of got the facial hair to go for it. So, I'm giving it to Hugh Jackman for Scott.
Well, it means a lot. I accept both. I like Seth Rogen. I like Hugh Jackman. I want a weird movie where they keep my future keeps getting altered, and I end up as Seth Rogen or Hugh Jackman, depending on what event is taking place in the history.
He's so good. There's a movie.
I hate to say this though, but there is a reason why I would not have chosen Seth Rogen for you, because Seth Rogen would be Chaz.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, I can see that one too.
All right, Chaz, I'm sorry if you're watching. Chaz. You would be the Seth Rogen of our group.
We can we'll have to roast him a little bit on that one because I would 100% agree. I would 100. Yeah. All right. So, as Jay is gonna go ahead and we'll remove him for a few moments. That means we're gonna.
Can I?
I don't know. We're gonna keep talking about you because there he is. Okay, he is back. All right, because I wanted to move to Jay. Doodles. Yeah. What do you got for us? What you saying there?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the right moment. You know what? Because it's mine for you.
Right moment?
I'm gonna wait for when we're talking about
Is it? Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do Jay next then.
All right.
We've been pretty generous so far. Jay, who do you got? Yeah, explain your thought process.
For me, I have 4, and I chose them based on my life, but also to answer your question as well.
Okay.
So I would choose the 3 stages of my life. Kid me or youth me, my age currently now, and who I would want to play me as I get older. Damn it, boy. He was supposed to be asleep, y'all. It's killing me.
It happens.
Let's see here. If for young version of me, I actually chose, and I told you guys something different off stream, but I had to flip my answer real quick. I chose Michael B. Jordan for like the younger version of me, as middle-aged me, like where I am now, like going. I'm in my mid-30s.
Okay.
Come October, I'll be in my mid-30s. Who I see playing me would be Craig Robinson, because he does have that type deal. And then as time progresses and time goes on, older version of me would be Samuel L. Jackson. Just because I'm an avid fan of his. He's like my number 1 like favorite actor of all time. I don't care what anyone says. He's literally the only person in the world to perfect the word motherfucker, and it's great. But to actually answer your question, who I would choose, who would be the person to be chosen to pick me, would be Aldous Hodges, because he's well versed in everything. Aldous Hodges played in Brian Banks, and he also played in Leverage as Alec Hardison. And he's also been in The Walking Dead as well as Michonne, and he was in Hidden Figures as well as one of the ladies' husband as well. I really like him as an actor, and I feel like he would be the perfect
MC
profile.
Ren.
He was in Supernatural. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. I like him.
Good choice.
He's great.
And actually, to be honest, if there was to be a choice, even though he was picked to be part of the DC cinematic universe, I could actually see him picking up the role of Black Panther.
So he would have been good.
He would be my choice to be Black Panther had they recast him.
Well, okay, so who is he in? I haven't kept up as much as I really should for being. He's Hawkman, right?
Yes, I believe he's going to be.
He'll be
Hawkman.
Okay, I'm here for that. Sorry, I'm looking at images. Like, okay, I'm here for it. Sweet. I'm gonna go ahead. All right, Doodles. Who do you think? Who do you think would play Jay in a show or in a movie?
I can't beat his answer. When he says Samuel L. Jackson, I can't beat that.
Yes,
that
you
is
can.
the perfect answer.
No, yes, you can. I know you can. You can.
I know you can. All right, I'll go ahead. You know what? I'll do it.
Can I think?
You can think about it, and if we need to come back to it, then we can.
That would be great. Okay.
Ready for this, guys? Here we go. Let's just go ahead and set this up, share this, and then we're gonna go. David Ramsey.
Thank you for picking David Ramsey, because David Ramsey would have been like literally my number 2 guy next to Alec Hardison.
I think
number 2 guy.
So I got one.
You got similar looks, right? Like ultimately same facial structure. Like but if you actually see David Ramsey and like have ever like seen his acting and whatnot, I feel like
his acting is great.
I feel like he could get you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, anyway,
I really do like his acting.
We won't give up any more of our answers here. Okay, Doodle, you said you had one.
One more for Scott, by the way.
Okay.
Let's get to Doodles first on you first. Let's get Doodles' answer on you, and then we'll loop back around. All right.
Okay. Cool.
Remember it. Doodles, go.
So, have you seen Hamilton?
Yes. No, I have not. No, I have not. And actually, it's not for Scott. It's for my answers for.
Okay, so if you've seen Hamilton, you'd be familiar with the actor that I'm going to say. His name is Leslie Odom Jr.
Oh,
He's in Hamilton. He's in CSI Miami. Person of Interest.
Yep, I've seen him.
Okay,
similar looks, and he's a great actor. I like him in Hamilton a lot.
Since we've brought up Hamilton at this point, I just want to point out, like, and he's not on the list for any of us, but like, Daveed Diggs is fantastic.
Oh my
goodness, the stuff he's doing right now. Okay, anyway, sorry, we've taken a long time on this, guys. This is fun. I enjoy this. I enjoy this.
A hot commodity, I guess.
Yeah, but no, not just on you, just in general. Let's see if we can push forward a little bit. Okay, so we've taken care of Seth. We've taken care of David Ramsey. All right, is it my turn? Is it?
Did you say? My answer was for you, not for Scott. I'm sorry.
Was it okay? What was that? Sorry,
okay. No, that's good. I'm just trying to catch up. We're good.
Okay, so I'm gonna do me, who I would want to play me in a movie. All right, want to. His name is Colin O'Donoghue. Okay. And I'm not nearly this gorgeous, but this is my dream to play me. I don't know. I have the biggest crush on him though, too. If I
could see it. The jaw structure is similar. I could see it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's who I think, or who I would want to play me. Here's who I think actually would.
Okay, let's see it.
Yeah. I totally see that happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, but when y'all think about like my ADHD, because I talk about it from time to time. I got my mental health going on, right? So you think about my ADHD, it's Jake Peralta. It's like that's how my brain works. Like, I don't know. It's very similar. We have the same type of personality. I don't know.
Yeah. That's going back to the reason why I said Charlie Day. That's the exact same reason. It's I feel like Charlie Day is the perfect representation of my ADHD. As a person, it's like when I was a teenager and my dad was telling me to get a job, or someone was telling me, I was like, I'll just go to the job tree where the jobbies grow, or grab me a job off the jobby tree. You know, it
you always have been
Charlie Day.
Shit, haven't you?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. I could.
That's fair.
Gotta love it. Okay. What do you guys got?
I do have a response.
Who do you think would play me then? All right.
I have two. So how do we want to do it? Do you want me to just name them real quick?
Doodles. Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it.
Right. I could see Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing you.
Damn.
And doing a really good job. Oh, man. Now I feel really bad for my second one because I hope it's not. Because I'm going to throw it out. It's Jared Leto. I'd see Jared Leto doing it.
I can see Jared Leto.
I actually didn't see that.
I could totally see Jared Leto coming out and playing.
Gordon-Levitt was one of mine, and for you, but I also chose Andy Serkis.
Ooh.
I can see Andy Serkis.
Okay, since we're on the topic, all right.
I would love that.
It's going to be, we may have to. We're either going to cut this out or we're going to do this as a clip. All right. One sec. I just hang tight with me.
We're going to hang tight.
Joseph from us. Stupid hobbitses. The precious.
Hey, was it Precious though?
I've never heard that recorded live. I don't know if it's actually as good as I think.
Man.
I think it's pretty good,
honestly,
dude.
Hearing it sounds perfect.
Yeah. I was like, are we in the Lords?
Wait, isn't that the what is it? The movie Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah,
on that note, then I want Tom Hardy from Batman to play me, and I could be like, "Did we start a fire?"
Yeah. So, fun fact about Andy Serkis and Lord of the Rings. Have you heard how he came up with the voice of Gollum?
No,
how it actually happened.
Did he lose his voice?
Tell me the thing.
Okay, so and this is an article I read a long time ago, but or not an article. I watched a thing with him, and he was watching his cat throw up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like that's how he did it. It's like how he came up with the voice. This is what cat.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool.
That's kind of crazy.
Right? All right, Jay, you got the last one here, and then I'm gonna be. We got plans for the next segment since we're on me at this point. So go ahead.
This
go
is the
ahead.
record for longest intro, though. I think we're doing good.
Right, it is 20 minutes.
Actually, I already said. Jordan Gordon-Levitt was one of them, but Andy Serkis would be the main one for me. For you.
Okay, yes, that's fair. That's fair. All right, since we're still on the topic of me, I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm getting a headache from this. If you can't tell, I'm already fighting migraines, and I don't usually use these on camera, but I'm gonna give you the hair reveal at this point, y'all, because I got my hair did, and I need y'all to see it in its full glory before it starts to get some roots and before it starts to fade. So here we go, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and
yes, there we go. Bring that button mashing in. Look at that. How it matches with the logo.
Whoa. Oh yes.
Yes.
So we're looking. It goes green into purple, and then the purple bled, unfortunately, but we put pink underneath.
Right.
So yeah,
I mean, to me, it still worked out the way it should have. Like that's why I said when you sent it to me earlier this week that it literally will still have the colors that match the button mashing, and I appreciate you really taking the time to think this through thoroughly. And these are your colors. This is your show, man, and this really defines how much you love this show. And that's why we love
I do. I love it. All right, we're going to throw it. Unfortunately, however, I haven't showered in a couple of days. Don't judge me. Living with mental health issues is rough,
neither have I until this morning.
Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and cover that up. We'll bring it up over here.
Just a bunch of smelly
where I love
here.
to play with my hair.
Games.
All right, y'all. Okay, we can move past the intro. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I'm sorry. I have one more, and I don't know if he's going to see this. We're not going to tell him that I'm putting this up here. Actually, we'll probably tell him. We're going to put it up here. Okay, y'all. Okay, Patrick. If you've seen Gaggle of Geeks, you know what he looks like. You know his personality. You got him. Okay, this is my pick for Patrick, and it has been since I first saw him. First time I watched it. If you've ever seen the TV show, Netflix original, I think. Working Moms. If you've ever seen Working Moms.
Yeah, I have my wife watches it while I'm doing all this stuff with you.
All right, there it is. So you may know kind of where I'm going with this.
I do.
His name is Dennis Andres, and he is Patrick in a nutshell. Like this is Patrick. This is what he looks like. It's wonderful, and I absolutely love the character. And anyway, I think that that's Patrick. I had to get that one off. He would be perfect. Be great. Anyway, all right, y'all. That's all I ask for. Okay, we got to move on. Oh my goodness, we spent so much time on that intro.
We have to talk about stuff.
We got actual things to talk about here at some point in the day.
We do.
Throw this back on up here. All right, y'all. Okay, so we are looking at our not so breaking news at this point in time, guys. It's just news throughout the week. See if we can break a few things down. We're going to start with Microsoft and Xbox. Spend maybe a little bit of time on this, if we're honest. We'll just kind of kill our time. Since we're going to be talking about the 360 anyway, I want to start with this so that we can loop back and kind of bring everything full circle.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite multiplayer season 1 will be Reach themed, and I'm super excited. Like, that's it. Like, that's my whole news. Like, yay.
I like that news. What's up? What else is up with
pretty sure
news?
That's muting everybody every time I hit that button now. I don't know what I did to screw that up. But anyway, that's all. It's going to be Reach themed, and I'm super excited. What are you guys' thoughts? Think that's a good Halo Infinite start point?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, you got a lot of Halo fans, so do it.
It gives us a chance. It's like nostalgia.
Yeah.
And know, and honestly, I think they should do it themed, like every season. If there is a season, all right, they got Reach, then we'll take it to 2.
That's the goal. That's
what I mean. Like
that's what it looks like they're gonna start doing. I'm hoping for some original stuff as well. Like as maybe season 2 we get original stuff, and then it moves to another theme. And I'd love to see that. There was apparently some backlash because this is the wrong one, but like. Why would you hate on this? It's they're trying to bring us stuff we want. I don't see why you'd hate on it. Like, what?
That's dumb. I mean,
and personally to me, they're listening to the gamers. They're listening to the people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, after after everything that happened with, you know, launches and all that fun stuff, Halo getting pushed back, and I can understand why they would want to listen to the fans. It makes sense, right? Like,
yeah.
All right, but still, we gotta kind of move a little fast through this, guys. I'm hoping to keep this a low key, like real chill episode for us, but we are gonna have to kind of push through it just a little bit, right? So,
okay.
Designed for Xbox monitors. Did you guys have a chance to see this? It's the monitors. All right, go ahead, Jay. What are we looking at with it? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
I think this is a good idea. I don't know. I think what images that I've seen are just concepts. You know, they're probably not the full thing, but I think this is a great idea. Back in the day, PlayStation did it with PlayStation TV, and I really wanted one, and now I'm glad I didn't get one. You know what I mean? But I think this is perfect because it'll run with all of, you know, the graphics and everything that's needed to be ran for the Xbox and PC. I think this is a great idea.
Premium spec'd out TV for the console. I think it sounds great.
It's
right,
okay.
and not to mention, you might be able to put
down for a minute for you guys. I'm gonna burst this little bubble y'all got going for this. Okay, here's why. So obviously, it's trying to meet Xbox Series X specs, right? Like that's the whole goal. And currently, we're looking HDR, 4K at 120 hertz, variable refresh rates, like and HDMI 2.1 technology. They're taking advantage of HDMI 2.1 technology to bring you the biggest and the best. Problem is, it comes with a price tag, and it is a heavy price tag.
Ooh.
Philips 55-inch monitor, again designed for Xbox tag on it. We are looking at $1,600.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I paid
43-inch. Really, I cannot drop that much. I'm not. We'll break it down. Let me give you some of the other numbers before we discuss it too much.
Okay.
43-inch Asus monitor, 43 inches, $1,400. 28-inch Acer 28-inch monitor, again, all with the tag for it, $950. That is an inch bigger than the screen that I have, and I paid $2. Like,
yeah,
it feels like a lot. But Jay, go ahead. What you got for us?
Here's my thing on it, because I have a 55-inch Sony X900H that's supposed to be played with the PlayStation 5.
Okay.
And I put in the regular price on this bad boy is $1,200. I got it for $9.
Nice.
Black Friday, Christmas type deal, you know.
Yeah.
So
fair.
You know, I got a decent deal on it. Personally, to me, if you're going to do that, I say go ahead. You get what you pay for the money. Right. You know what I mean? Like you definitely get what you pay for. And I got way more besides my son's handprints all over my screen, but I got way more than I was expecting with this TV.
Gotta love that. I have dog nose prints all over my consoles because they're always trying to like, what's that smell? What's that? I feel it. It's not on my TV.
What I mean? So
what is that thing?
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, for the price, it is a little steep, but look what you're getting with it. So you definitely get what you pay for. You know what I mean? So there might be because there could be some hidden surprises in there that we don't know about. That it's gonna be able to be updated with an update or something. I'm trying to keep my answer short because I know we're.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. Well, we'll go ahead and step off of it. I can see where you're coming from. I don't disagree with you there. You get what you pay for. I still feel like it's a bit of a steep price. Like that just it's so.
It is a little high, though. I agree. It is a little bit high.
$1,600 for something. Yeah.
I'm just trying to have a good time. Like I'm willing. The computer I run is it's a mid-range computer. That's all that it is. I just want to have a good time while playing. I understand you want to put out the best, and it comes at a price, but like. Guys, I want to experience the best too, and there's no way I can afford that. You really think we're all making that much? Like, it's hard. Yeah. It's hard. That's all. I complain about it a lot, but moving on. Yeah. I'm sorry. I gotta keep us flowing just a little bit here, guys, with some more not so breaking news. Back for Blood. big announcement. I'm not sure if this should have been on last week's episode, but I wanted to talk about it. It really probably should have been. I think it was just announced either just after last week's episode or just before.
It was right after.
Right after. Okay, so needs constant internet connection at launch. They said that they're looking at a way to kind of change that, but constant internet connection at launch. What are your guys' thoughts? Why don't
you take this one, Scott?
Well, I think the constant internet connection for launch. Why? What's going to happen if you lose connection? Then I don't understand that. What's okay? So what happens if you don't have constant connection? You just boot you from the game.
Straight up, just can't play. Yeah, you get booted from the game. You straight up cannot play the game. It's like
so there's zero offline functionality. There's zero.
No offline functionality. You have to be online to play this game at least at launch.
Well, pardon my French. I don't like to swear too much on the program, but that would be bullshit.
That is. It is. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So
I agree.
But
you know what? It might be something that they've been trying to work on that they haven't been able to solve yet because of how complex their coding might be. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. That's fair. We'll give them benefit of the doubt. We never get mad at the developers themselves. You know, there are other people, there are things that play so much into this. But
except for me, I get mad that specifically the developers themselves. Take that.
No, we don't want to do that. But so you look at like Overwatch, right? Overwatch, it makes sense. It's strictly a multiplayer game. No real. I mean, you can go into training or whatever. So you got that Fall Guys, Knockout City, Rocket League. Well, I guess Rocket League has its own, expedition mode even as well. So technically you don't need internet connection. Like, it makes sense why those games would need it, but you have Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 that came with offline functionality. We're already used to it in the series. Why take it away from us?
I understand it as a concept in a game like Elder Scrolls Online where everything is online, but where if you have Left 4 Dead fans coming back to play a Left 4 Dead style kind of game, it's not supposed to be Left 4 Dead, but it's kind of same thing. But
get that.
I mean, you're not going to let us have the offline option. That's weird. I don't know. That just seems weird to me.
Yep, is what it is. Jay, any thoughts on it before we move on?
Personally, for me, I mean, like I said, if it happens, it happens. I'm pretty sure it's just one of those things where it's a coding thing that they'll probably have figured out before launch. You know what I mean? But they have to report that just in the event that because at least they're being transparent about it, so that way they don't have to worry about making a tweet about it or something like that.
Hopefully it becomes a day one patch. That's the real if we can get a day one patch, I think.
The D1 patches,
But the vibe is still super excited for the game.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, that doesn't change my opinion on how excited I am.
It don't change it.
Sucks. All right, continuing on here. Sorry, just since we happen to be on the topic, and we've been off video game topics already a lot today, so we're just gonna keep off of it. Windows 11. They announced Windows 11. It is an official thing. Honestly, okay. Did you guys have a chance to look at the pics?
I did not.
I did.
Okay.
I'm not good with the PC stuff. That's my bad.
Well, I'm excited. I think, in my opinion, this looks like Windows mixed with. I mean, it obviously took a lot from Mac. It took a lot from Mac. I'll give it. It took a lot. It's like Family Guy to The Simpsons. It took a lot from The Simpsons. Okay, anyway, it took a lot, but it ultimately looks Windows mixed with Linux, and that's what I'm excited for. It is a little more user friendly, which, I don't know, as an IT person, kind of sucks a little bit. I'm interested in seeing
I was about to say, I'm a little on the fence with it, to be honest. And honestly, give me Windows 7 again. You know what I'm saying? Give me that Windows 7 vibe again, because 7 was literally perfect.
It was good. It was their best by far.
It was literally the best. And then you're gonna hit me with Vista, and then 8, and
8 was bad. 8 was 8.1 got even worse. Anyway, we'll stop complaining about those. Let's talk about how this correlates to video games real quick here, guys. So it looks like they are integrating Game Pass and Xbox. It looks like the Xbox Companion, along with just full controls, Game Pass, all of it, whatever, are all integrated into the OS. They're a part of the OS now instead of being an application, like just an application on the OS. So I'm interested in seeing how that actually plays, how that looks, and how that works.
You know, that slightly makes it a little bit better for me, but I would have to tinker with it a little bit more to get it to where I want it to, because I'm still finding it hard to kind of operate Windows 10 in a sense. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm giving it a chance. So, not to mention they took Cortana away, and I kind of like Cortana. So
yeah, that's mean.
We'll get into that later.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that works. I'm gonna see. I don't know if I want to sign up for the beta for it or not. Like my computer's already set up. I don't want to. I went through a lot.
I'm not signing up for it because my system wouldn't be able to handle it.
That's fair. It's supposed to be free. It should be good. It should be interesting at least. All right, moving on. We gotta keep going, guys. Sorry, man.
Real quick on that though. This reminds me a lot of what is that movie called? Tron Legacy. You know what I mean? Like it gives me those vibes. Like it's supposed to be free. You know what I mean? Like so.
Okay. Well, we can do it. We can do a PC specific thing, but they ultimately tried to do what Mac is doing, where it's just where it works more like a phone, right? Where you have this OS and just any computer that is within this spec range, you get this update, and everybody updates all together, and then they just kind of phase out older devices as they go. That's what Windows is trying to do. They're trying to make it so it's just an update to Windows 11 instead of having to buy a new OS every time. Because so again, they took a lot from The Simpsons. Okay, they took a lot from The Simpsons.
It took a lot from The Simpsons, but it's like still Family Guy.
Family Guy, yeah. All right. Continuing. Sorry, guys, we got to keep going. Just a quick update. Steam Summer Sale is live. There's some good stuff in there. I'm looking at maybe The Outer Wilds. I think it's like $15 right now. I was suggested
I think you would really like that game.
You think so? All right, I can do that. Okay. He described it as Majora's Mask-y, or not Majora's, Ocarina of Time-y or something. I don't know. One of the Zeldas. One of those two. Yeah. So I'm here for it. I'm gonna probably check that one out. I'm also debating. Sorry, I'm going to go fully off topic, y'all. Any suggestions here would be much appreciated. Okay, so I'm playing rugby next week, and I've been looking at new rugby cleats. So I'm trying to debate if I want to get a new video game or if I want to get new rugby cleats. So any suggestions on games? If you guys have a suggestion on a game or cleats that you would suggest for me, I would much appreciate it. We'll throw that out there. Just kind of. Anyway, all right. So off topic. Keeping on. Moving on. Anyway, PlayStation. A little bit of news here. Cyberpunk 2077 has returned to the PlayStation Store. So, looks like they're also pushing potential updates coming soon. Some big updates that just happened as well. So they're really, really trying to make this game feasible and viable on, everything. So yeah. Epic Games, big news from Epic Games. Okay, so do you guys know much about their anti-cheat and their party chat?
Yes.
Do you know much about what that is? Okay. So they have their own specific anti-cheat that they make for their games, and it's pretty successful. It was implemented with Fortnite. It's like if that really shows you how high this bar is set, right? This bar is pretty high. They've decided to make their anti-cheat and their party chat free for every developer. Any developer can use it. The important part here is that party chat includes cross-platform chat. So now cross-platform chat is free for anybody that wants to put it in their game. Just take the code. So massive announcement. Like that's so big IMO. Like I'm so excited.
Freaking cool of them. Yeah, go you, Epic Games. I
agree with it too.
Okay. You bring the torch. There you go. Period.
That's the bar for cheaters, anti-cheat and stuff like that for developers. Like it really does set the bar. Like they literally just said, all right, we're right here. Screw you guys. Let's help out everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we need to look into the ultimate like history, because when Epic first launched, I had read or heard or something that like it was this very invasive software that was stealing things, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to touch Epic. Like, it's just Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite. I'm not going to touch it. And ever since then, like, I don't know if it's just because they got money and became legit, or if that was a lie that I heard, or what it was, but like, I feel like they're really making an impact in the gaming world. And as long as they aren't actually jacking things, and I really wish they do take back some of their loot boxes and crate mechanics and whatever else. But other than that, they're making a pretty big impact, and that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, sorry. Continuing on, I know it's mostly just me kind of going through these. The last thing I want to talk about here with our not so breaking news, it's back to not so video gamey, but more real life, real world situations and TV shows. Actually, we're going to talk Loki for just a moment. Now, Doodles, you haven't seen this, so no spoilers. This is a spoiler free. There's only one thing we're going to talk about here, and it does have to do with things. Loki is now canon. He is bi and gender fluid. He is officially out, as that is the official declaration that he is bisexual. I'm glad they did this, right? Like, yay! Okay, y'all are gonna get muted for a second. I'm pretty sure that's muting us. I'm positive that's muting us. I every time I hear like I do that, you guys just go dead. So, okay, so I just want to point this out. It's a couple things. One, it is actually it's a very personal thing for me. Obviously, Jay's trying to catch a flight.
Sorry,
I did. I actually caught it.
Did you kill it? Is it gone?
No, it just flew behind me. I let it go. I don't like to kill things if it doesn't need to die. I just wanted it out of my way, so I was just like,
problem solved.
Yeah.
All right. No, I get it. So anyway, all right, Loki, y'all. Sorry, way back. Wait. No, we're doing great today, guys. So couple things. First off, I mean, obviously, it's a very personal thing for me. But two, I wouldn't necessarily call myself there's like a religion out there called like heathenism. I wouldn't even call myself that. I appreciate Viking lore and stories, and their religion makes sense to me. Like, we'll cross that later. It's not really a topic for this, but Vikings make sense to me. So I've studied a lot of Vikings. And so I just want to kind of point out that this is it's a real thing. Like, this is from the actual story, this real Viking lore here. He is a shapeshifter that changes into animals, that changes into really anything he wants. He's a woman quite regularly in many of the stories. He's a wanderer that will come in, and he's just there to cause mayhem. So gender fluid makes absolute sense to me. I do want to point out, this is my only I don't even want to say it's a gripe. My only like conversation piece surrounding this, right? Loki has a kid. I know they did it differently in Disney and Marvel, but Loki has a kid with a giantess. I think we're well beyond bi at that point. His kid, he has a wolf child with a giantess. Like, we're like full pan at this point.
Oh yeah.
This is beyond bi. I think it's all not just.
He's not.
Thoughts?
Yeah, he doesn't discriminate. He's all about just love.
I love
whatever.
it. I think it's fantastic.
I mean, the way I see it is he's an equal opportunity lovist. You know, so
yes,
there you go.
It is. You don't love the.
Loki said anybody can get this deep. That's pretty much what he said.
The way they came about it, the way that they brought it up. If you get the chance, Doodles, I do recommend it. It was so casual, so natural, so like, okay, like this, no big deal. It was like, it really was. It came across really well. I had to bring it up just with this show and everything. Got to bring it up. All right, guys, we're here. We've made it. We've done what we need to do. It is time. It is time. Let me pull a couple things up here. We're going to go ahead and grab. Let's do the background.
Since we are on this topic, are you guys familiar with the Gamer National Anthem?
No.
Do you guys know?
National anthem?
Yes, what? There is a gamer national anthem. And it is the intro to Halo. As soon as you hear that, you have to stand up and put your left hand over your right hand. As soon as you hear, you're like, please stand for the gamer national anthem. And exactly, you just stand and you're like, like everybody. It doesn't matter if it's PC. Doesn't matter if it's PlayStation. It's Halo. Halo is it. So
I'm really excited. Before we jump into the Xbox, I'll give you one more anecdote here. So I have to work the 5th of July. Like it's the national holiday. IT doesn't close. It is what it is. It's my turn to work a holiday. So I'm working the 5th of July. Problem is, because I work for a retail store, it's pretty dead on my end. The stores get busy because it's everybody's off. So the stores get busy and they don't call. So I get bored all day. So on the 5th, I've already spoken with my coworkers that are going to be there, and the full intent is to bring a gaming system, an Xbox, probably my Xbox One, and we are going to be playing Halo, and that is what we're doing nearly the entire day because there's going to be nothing else to do. If there's nothing
good for you.
If
so, you guys hiring or no? I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm not going to tell you where I work on live air.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, we are. I'll talk. I'll get you some. I'll queue up.
Alrighty.
Anyway, no, I can't. All right, yo.
Yeah, moving on. We can
moving on. Let's just go ahead and let's jump right into it, guys. We're gonna talk about Xbox 360 now. This was one of my first I mean, when I say one of, this was like the first console I got. This was my first console. Followed very closely by the PS3, followed by another 360. Followed by another 360, followed by another 360, and then the Xbox One came out, followed by another Xbox One, and then I got my PS4. Like it's we're gonna get there. We're gonna cross that bridge. We really will. We really will. We're gonna start with kind of the build up. We got all right. Cool. All right. So guys, we're gonna talk about the build up coming into the launch of this. So. Promotions actually started with cryptic messages that started guiding people to really weird websites. Like they looked suspicious as all get out. Like it's
a Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yes, they did. Also, I think they did something similar with not Symmetra. Boop on Overwatch. Boop. What is her name?
Oh, Sombra.
Actually, is that back? Sombra. They did very similar with Sombra, where it's like cryptic messages. So these the websites though were actually conspiracy websites though, like conspiracy theorist websites. So you don't really think it's BS at that point, right? Like conspiracies, whatever else. Turns out it was actually a massive competition. If you followed enough of the clues, you ended up getting an Xbox 360 at launch. So kind of an interesting, different take to the promotional system. Kind of seeing who's willing to jump down the rabbit hole, who's willing to put in the effort.
I love it, man. That sounds cool.
Right? I thought that was really cool.
Honestly, I think they should do that again.
Let's go solve some clues.
Right?
There's quite a few. If you like that sort of thing, just if you guys like those puzzle scavenger hunt type things, check out. So like Neil Patrick Harris has a magic deck that is like that, where it's all clues leading to the next thing, and you have to kind of sort it out and figure it out. There's different puzzle boxes. There's games like that too. Check them out. Like it's a lot of fun, and I would love to have a chance to win. It's better than the current promos. Like, if you buy enough Taco Bell, you're gonna get a chance to win. Like, I don't want to keep buying Taco Bell, But
yeah, I mean, I gotta go through like all my receipts, and then I don't want to do that. Yeah.
So anyway, all right. So ultimately, game got announced in May of the console got announced in May of 2005. Fun fact: it got announced on MTV. So there's that for you.
There you go. MTV. Well,
it released in the US and Canada on November 22nd, 2005. And within its first year, so it had kind of a staggered launch, which kind of makes sense. But it set a record. It set 36 different countries in its first year of launch.
Huh.
Massive outreach. Like,
I don't think PlayStation even did that.
No, PlayStation did not. They set a record.
I think the closest one was Nintendo, I believe, wasn't it?
I don't think the record stood. I haven't checked, if I'm honest. I didn't follow up on that too much. I just saw that it did set the record at the time. I'll be honest. I'll be fair with you guys. I didn't brush up too much on what the current record is. I apologize. The problem that we run into with these launches. So first off, there was a shortage. In at least the US, Canada, and the UK, there was a shortage of consoles, so it was hard to get one. Does this sound familiar?
Very much so. Hey.
I decline to answer. This is such a bad question.
Are you pleading?
Yeah, right.
Your Honor, he is leading the witness.
Leading the witness, leading. All right, yes.
Smash something.
That caused more damage on my computer than I anticipated. All right, y'all. So launch failures though. Shortage. There was a shortage. It was hard to get one. And I mentioned earlier it was followed by an Xbox 3. I got a 360, followed by another 360, followed by another 360. All right, so the issue that we run into, and y'all know it so well, the red ring of death.
Oh man.
Basically, man. So do you guys know what caused those? Like, ultimately, was causing so many of these?
No.
What the red ring of death
was it the way that the system was placed?
Yes. So the way that it was set up, it was they put the CPU too close or with not enough ventilation. So what was happening is the glue would melt, and then it's just metal touching metal, and it would get too hot and it'd melt the pins.
Oh man!
So it just basically melt everything away.
That is an engineering oopsie, is what
that is. It's an engineering oopsie. Yep,
that is a flawed design in the system.
Yep. I mean, when I'm going through and I'm buying mine, I'm in like junior high school at the time. It's like 2005. I graduated. I hit 2008 was when I got out of elementary school, or not elementary, middle school. That's my first year of high school. So, like, if that tells you kind of the time frame, go ahead, Doodles.
Kind of like on topic, but off topic was I had an Xbox 360 and the eye would get super dusty. Do you guys remember this? Where the eye would get like really dirty or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I ended up having it. So my Xbox 360 it turned into a convertible. I took the top off of it, and it was running. It was so loud. Did you guys ever try this? Okay, so what I had to do, you open it up, and that way you can easily get to the eye and clean it, and then put it back on. But it would also make it so it was super loud because everything was out.
Everything is out. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I ran Assassin's Creed 2 like that for like 2 years.
Yep, sounds about right. I very similar. So I ended up getting the red ring of death on my first one, and I'm like, I based off age, like I don't have enough money to just go replace it, right? Like,
yeah.
What? So, I replaced it with a used one, which very quickly also got the red ring of death. Ended up. So this time, do you guys know the trick, like the hack to get it to work after? So apparently, the rumor had it that if you were to wrap it in a towel and basically get it super hot again, it would melt everything. Like you hold it, like put it in a certain way, and then you leave it for a certain amount of time, it would like melt everything back into place, right? So I'm like, I'll try that. It actually worked for a short amount of time. I'm going to point that out. It did work for a very short, like a week, like, and then boom, we're right back. We're, whatever else.
Then you were back to business as usual.
Back to business as usual.
I've never thought about that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, well, shit. That was 20-year-old Jay. Like, that was like 23-year-old Jay when I had mine. So I'm like, I was working at Fry's Electronics while they were open, so I'm like, why didn't I just do this then? You know what I mean? So
okay. Fry's just like randomly shut down recently, didn't they? They just like
after a good 30 years or so, they finally closed the doors. I am a Fry's graduate of 2009. That was the last time I worked at Fry's Electronics. But I learned, I met so many of my friends there that I still talk to even to this day. And that was over 15 years ago. But getting back to it, I remember when Xbox 360 was a big deal, and it was such a big thing. Game launches, there would be lines outside the door before we even opened just for these games, and we had to direct them to certain areas. Like, all right, you want the game? Here's a little thing here. Go straight to checkout. If you weren't, then you have to, just let them know, hey, I'm not buying the game or anything like that. I'm actually here for like soldering material or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you go and do your thing. But I remember the initial launch for Xbox 360, and it was bad. We there were so many people. There were people fighting. There were employees fighting. Employees fighting. Employees fighting employees. It also reminded me of Black Friday and when they came out with the PlayStation Vita.
Really?
Dang. It was pretty bad during that time. It was insane. I didn't expect that much of an uprising for the 360.
No.
But it blew up.
But it really did.
It really was a revolutionary device, though.
It set a bar. It set a bar.
Did.
Yeah.
Let's keep at it then. Let's go ahead and talk. So, speaking of the bar, it ran. Let's kind of give you some specs, and then we'll break down the different models and whatever else there. So, it had a 3.2 gigahertz PowerPC tri-core Xenon processor. They worked very closely with IBM on this. PlayStation at the time was also working with IBM on their chipset, trying to get the same thing. I didn't look up what PlayStation ended up with, if they got one or whatever else, but it is the Xenon that they got there. Originally came 512 megabits of GDDR3 RAM at 700 megahertz. We have storage came in a few different options, and it depended on your model as well. We'll get to the models here momentarily, but it was a detachable memory. It was upgradable. You had an external option, or you had options for it.
Yeah, wasn't it like a sleeve kind of thing, like a little like slidey thing? You would slide
it was
it was like your extra hard drive.
Exactly, cool. And you can still, cool. You can still probably find them. I could probably pull mine out if I'm honest. I saw mine. Mine's on display. We'll cross that in a moment when we get to the versions.
Right.
But
do you know how legendary this system is? That they are the only ones that actually have a separate HDD drive for their console. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't play these things on PlayStation. If you had the disc that said HDD on it, then you had the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so legendary that they had their own hardware for it. And I think they took over the game until, well, of course, Blu-ray came and, PS3.
Well, yeah, that's okay. So think about what they're competing with. We'll actually with hardware that came with this and compare it to PlayStation momentarily. But
okay, my bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. We'll get there. It'll be an open conversation. But you're right. It really was the first time that we had that option to change things out, make it bigger, whatever else. Just having it detachable.
They had more accessories than PlayStation will ever have for Xbox 360 than PS2 and PS3. Because Xbox 360 competed with PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 before Xbox One. The big Xbox came into play.
You're right.
And I appreciate Microsoft for the hard work that they really did put in for this. They stuck in the battle, and they're still in the fight. Honestly, they're still in the fight. So
Xbox has been putting on a lot lately. We'll be breaking down. So this is kind of a part of our series with. We did it with like the Nintendo 64. We'll be breaking down PlayStation soon. That'll be a fun one. That's gonna be a real good one. We'll do different consoles. We also have like Switches and SNES and Wii's and all sorts of fun stuff that we plan to ultimately do. So we'll break down a little bit of all of them, and because I'd love to do the PS Vita with you. That'd be a fun one. I'd love to talk with you guys about that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Covering, just gonna wrap up the rest of these the rest of these kind of specs here real quickly. So. Chipset, I'm not going to talk about that. It's fine. USB storage. I don't care about that. It's the audio. We're getting Dolby Digital 5.1. So it's the kind of the first time we're really getting full audio.
Time for that.
Real excited for that one. Like when it kind of came out, because I'm a big proprietor of having a surround sound system. This room has one. My downstairs living room TV has one. My bedroom doesn't, but that's because it's my bedroom. And why do I need surround sound when I'm trying to sleep? Sorry, I don't
screw that. Put it in there.
I have a king size bed. I have a 42-inch TV up there. It's massive. I don't know why I leave my bedroom most of the time, but then I come down here and I'm like, oh, there's my couch. Okay, here's my gaming. Okay, like this isn't a bad chair. I got my computer. This is the biggest TV in the house, by the way, right here. Like this is the reason I leave my bed.
It's a big TV.
It's a wall.
Yeah,
it's a wall. And then I have another TV up there. Like, okay, it starts to make sense. Oh, it makes sense why I hang out in here. And then you think about where I actually hang out, which is my living room. Yeah. And it has I got another 55-inch TV down there, right? Like, it's cool. But like that's it. I have to like transport my if I ever want to play down there, I have to transport my consoles. It technically has my wife's Xbox connected to it, but it doesn't have my stuff on it, right? It's not the same. So I got to transport my stuff. So the real question is, why do I hang out down there? Like all my stuff's in here. Why do I hang out down there?
Why?
And then I realized what the answer is, and the answer is pretty simple because that's where my wife is.
That's a good answer.
That is a great answer.
That's a good answer.
Okay. And if Mrs. Nate Legend is watching, he only said it because he loves you.
She's not. She doesn't watch this. Like, I love her to death. It's not that she doesn't it's not that she doesn't like it. One, she doesn't do video games, and two, she can hear me downstairs because I'm a loud person. I'm very aware.
So
that
she's already seen the episode,
right?
She's hearing me down there. She doesn't.
She's actually one of our most regular viewers.
She is the regular viewer. That's really
shout out to Mrs. Nate's Legend.
Yeah,
she does have her own gamer tag that is tied to her. I'll have to bring her on one of these times. We'll have to play. We'll have to do a spouse episode of Rocket League. We'll cross that bridge. No, guys, gotta stay on topic. Let's go ahead and keep up with it. Okay, so you mentioned Jay, you mentioned things that came with the PlayStation and things that came, the accessories. Let's talk accessories for a moment. I'm gonna start by throwing out one of my favorites, the Kinect. This is where we got the Kinect. This is our first VR virtual. Jay, go ahead. What do you got for the?
Xbox 360 also came out with the wireless hub for the antenna, the extender or something like that, so that you can get Wi-Fi instead of having it plugged in all the time. Thank you. That's what I was looking for, the converter. Mm-hmm. I think it was a great idea for them to do that. It showed a different side of gaming doing that.
Let me grab this real quick. One sec.
Holy shit, is that a PlayStation Classic?
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Holy shit, that's
dope. Where you got?
Is that a PlayStation Classic behind you? A PS1?
PS1 over there?
Yeah, dude, check this out. So I got my...
I'm nerding out. Jet Moto 2 better be in there.
No, I have that for my PlayStation 2. It's just not on display yet. But the end goal here, guys, I want to. So what we're gonna put. This is gonna be a giant. I'm gonna put a different background here, so it's not the skull, because that's a little bit creepy. I want something video gaming and customized. So we're gonna take the skull away. Probably put it up in my wife's office. And then I'm going to turn this whole thing into a display wall. And it's just going to be shelving units. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it yet. And then I'm going to have this with my PlayStation, my Xbox 360. Make sure I get my original Xbox up there. It's going to be a whole thing. But for now, they are just a display piece until I can actually get... Okay, do you guys know what executive dysfunction is?
Like, I'm aware of executive dysfunction.
Mine is killer. Mine's really bad, especially this week. I'll be honest with you, everything is just pushed off screen this week. I have struggled mightily. I got this episode taken care of. Like, I finished this episode. What time do we stream? 10:30 this morning, Doodles.
Yeah.
I finished it at 10:15. Like,
hey, good job.
Yeah, I have not been able to get myself going. So, because of that, this room has just kind of been stagnant. And I know I keep promising that I'm going to upgrade it, and I have everything I need to upgrade it. I cannot bring myself to actually do it.
Timing, man.
Man.
It's timing.
So,
it can be tough, dude.
It's going to be a whole renovation of that wall. So I'm just, anyway, No, enough about that. What I was actually getting up for. So I have this piece for my Xbox One.
Yeah.
But you guys remember the big keyboard that you could get for your 360?
Yeah.
Like, I think I have mine somewhere. I know I have the piece. I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. And I was like,
that was so, and that way you could like type as fast as you can and all the, you know.
It had the keyboard right there on the controller. Yeah.
Man.
Screw you.
Also, okay, can we also point out Xbox Live for a second since we're on it and the typing and whatnot? Xbox Live is honestly, that was so toxic. Like that is the most toxic place in gaming history was Xbox Live, especially Call of Duty chat.
We grew up in the wild west of the internet, man. It's nuts. We grew up in the unmonitored, just craziness, which was the aughts, dude. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna leave it at that.
Absolutely.
No.
People were savages, bro.
Yep.
Savages.
So glad. I'm so glad.
And it definitely was mostly Call of Duty.
That's fair. Yeah. That
Rocket League is the new one. Rocket League is the most toxic now.
I don't know. I would say Fortnite
Halo's pretty bad.
Fortnite can get pretty tough too.
Oh yeah,
I've heard some stuff.
Yeah, there's some toxic places, but I would argue Call of Duty, Xbox 360, and Halo, Xbox 360, Xbox Live was the most toxic place in video game history.
Oh, by far.
I would argue that.
I think Call of Duty any year. I think like Jay said, Call of Duty any year ever worst place on the internet.
Oh yeah, by far.
So yeah, let's. So we got the Kinect. We're talking about. We got different controllers that started getting announced. We got different attachments, all sorts of stuff. Like it's really revolutionizing what you can do with your console. And I think this is the first time that they start moving their way towards being kind of what they are now. Where they're more. It's almost more a computer than it is.
It's all integrated now at this point.
Exactly. And so they integrated their Xbox Live. They integrated music. They integrated video. So you had Xbox Music and Xbox Video, both of which have been changed over. I believe music is Groove Music now. It's on all of your Windows devices.
It just hit me. Like, Zune. They came out with Zune as well.
Zune about that time. Yeah.
Yeah. Zune during that time.
I remember Zune. And you were the one when you were the one person on the bus that had the Zune, and you were just like, guys, this is cool too. I promise.
It really was. To be fair, I actually enjoyed the Zune more.
I thought
that was Microsoft trying to take on the iPod.
Yeah. Like,
but when iPod Touch came out, when iPod Touch
once the iPod Touch came out,
everything.
It was a done deal.
Apple still has a monopoly, and it's dumb. I don't get why people buy the same phone every year and spend thousands of dollars to do it. When like,
dang you,
anyway, not here nor there. Never mind. And especially, okay, no. Let's talk about. You know what? Let's talk about Apple. We brought up Apple. We got to wrap up the episode sometime here. We still have a couple more Xbox to talk about. But we're going to talk about Apple for a second here. Have you guys seen the most recent Apple computer commercial?
No. Yeah, actually, I watched a tech review on it recently, and I'm still a PC guy.
Okay, there is not a single person, any single gamer, no one. I don't care if you play console, if you play PC, I don't care what you play. There is not a single person that is giving up their gaming PC for an iPad. No one is doing it.
The M1 chip is not that great. I wouldn't do it either.
You can't install the games. You can't play the games. You can't. What's the point? No, they're not giving it up for Apple.
No.
I understand Apple is better at some certain things, and I know Doodles, you kind of have an Apple. Everybody at Gaggle of Geeks kind of leans Apple. We're very split down the middle, actually. I guess if they're honest.
Honestly, for audio books at this point, I like my audio books.
Anyway,
thank you.
Apple Music, by the way, guys, or Apple Podcasts, please check us out. We have our own channel now. There. Woo! All right, back to let's talk. We're going to talk about one last thing here, I think, and then we'll have kind of an open discussion to end things. So when it comes to models, so not only did we get, so we have it released with the Xbox 360, just the classic edition. It also had an arcade edition, which is a smaller memory. It couldn't do as many games, just nice and small. I think that's what we got my brother at one point. Then the Model E releases, You have the Model S that releases, and that's kind of where things. That was the big one. The Model S, the Slim, was the big one. That's what I have. So y'all, we also started getting our themes at that point in time. So they released a Call of Duty Xbox 360, Gears of War, Halo, got a couple of them actually. I happen to have one I was about to pull out for you guys. I'll show you guys that here momentarily.
Don't forget Mass Effect 1 also came out.
Mass Effect got one. Yes, the N7. Yes. Yeah. What other themes do you guys remember? While I'm doing this, let me.
I believe they had a Call of Duty one as well. I think
talking about just general themes for the Xbox 360.
Yeah, I think it was World at War.
I got an Assassin's Creed one, I believe.
Oh yeah.
I think
I had the regular white one. Yeah, they had so many LEs, dude. Like it's crazy. And look at that thing.
Do you guys remember the Star Wars? They had a C-3PO and an R2-D2.
And an R2-D2 one, yeah.
Yes, you remember those? All right. This is my baby though. She still works. She's still fully operational.
Nice.
This is my Cortana Halo 4. You can see all the dust on it. I'm sorry, I didn't dust her off. I should have. She's too gorgeous to be.
Nah, no worries.
That's okay though. I still think it's rad.
Yeah.
These are the controllers that came with it. Now I had to personalize mine. This was my favorite controller. My dog has since chewed this controller, unfortunately, so it is just a display piece. But this was my controller. It has a little Skull Candy sticker on it because those were the headsets I was using.
Skull Candies, boy. Yeah, wait.
This is the Xbox. After going through, I believe I went through 3 other Xbox 360s before I settled and said, you know what? I'm gonna buy the upgraded Model S version. I'm gonna make sure it's good to go. We have all of our OG connections here, 3 USB ports. We got aux cables. We got Ethernet, HDMI, AV. Like this thing has
all the connections.
Like it has all the connections, and it lasted forever. She's still up and she's still functioning. I haven't booted her up in 6 years, but yeah. 360s, man, they are a classic piece of video game history. They revolutionized the way they revolutionized everything. They are the reason that that gaming is the way that it is. Guys, let's open up just a little bit of conversation. So first off, what are your favorite games? What games do you remember playing on the Xbox 360? Go.
I will go with I know you can't mention Xbox without saying Halo, but for me, it was Gears of War.
Yeah.
Gears of
the co-op between that, I could sit. Me and my best friend, we played all of them on that system. Well, all of them up until the newer system, of course, came out. But we were able to co-op in that game, and getting the chance to sit next to your boy, share the same screen, use a chainsaw assault rifle to slice people up in half is just, I don't know. I know it sounds gory and weird, but it brings you together. Like,
gory,
you know what I mean? Like,
best.
it just brings you together. For me, that would be the one that I'll always remember. And Dale, if you're watching, brother, that is probably one of my favorite games to play with you besides Left 4 Dead. And when the next Left 4 Dead comes out, better believe we're playing it. That was pretty much the game that I would sit at his house because he had the Xbox and I had the PlayStation, and we would go to town.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I miss those days.
Yep. Well, I got some story as well. So Doodles, go ahead. What's your favorite memory of Xbox 360?
Xbox 360 for me, the first game I ever platinumed was Assassin's Creed 2, and it was the only game I had for like 2 years, and I was playing it nonstop, and I loved that game. It was like one of my favorites. It's probably still holds up as one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games.
All right.
Yeah, dude, this is just good times playing those games and doing the stuff. I don't have too much more to say about it other than
that's fair.
You was probably
you jumped over to PlayStation pretty early on. If we're being honest, you remember
I was always a Sony kid. I was always Sony.
Yeah.
I had an Xbox 360 for a period of time.
It was Thane.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out first names. Thane was one of our high school friends, and he was big proprietor of using that. He's a Sony
Call of Duty all the time,
and Call of Duty. That was that's more of a PlayStation. So I think that was where we ended up.
Shout out to Thane, dude. I miss playing Call of Duty with you, bro.
We should. Absolutely. I mean, we'd be down to hit him up.
Hey, anyway, hit him up and get him on the show.
Why not?
We'll have to.
Say howdy. I recall Thane was fantastic. Like, good at
I don't play Call of Duty with Thane. No,
yeah,
he's too good, bro. He's too good.
It's been a minute. All right. Anyway, hi. Shout out to Thane. Anyway, my story. Actually, shout out to my my cousins for this one. So we used to meet up at my uncle's house every that is at least once a month. Like it was a good amount of time, and we used to play. It was Deuce Spew nights. So we would stay up all night. We'd start out by playing drinking games with Mountain Dew because one, we're underage, and two, it's Utah. So we'd stay up as late as we can, chugging, and so we're playing like quarters where you're trying to bounce it into the cup, and then we take Mountain Dew shots, and we chug as much as we can, and we get as hyper as we possibly can. And then we just play video games the rest of the night, and we would stay up all night. So two key memories that I remember, and one we're trying to get back. We're trying to do these nights again because they're so much fun. Halo infected mode, where one person is infected. All of us would join into this map. One person is affected. The rest of us would get shotguns and swords and just go to town. You're trying to infect everybody, and it got so intense just staying up all night doing that. And the other real memory,
massive LAN parties, bro.
Yes, that's pretty much what we did. We basically all just brought our own systems and just partied all night. And then we did Gears of War. You guys, when Horde came out, Gears of War 2.
Yeah, Horde.
Hey, y'all, what's the furthest you ever got through Horde? Did you ever get through it?
I did not. No,
not on that one.
It took us a minute.
16 hours straight gaming. 16 hours straight. Me and my 4 cousins, we did it. We finished. We got through Horde.
Dude, random shout out. That's awesome.
16 hours.
Dude, that's so freaking sick. Random shout out to, you remember when Moon came out for zombies? For Black Ops 1, Moon.
Yeah.
When it first dropped, we did the Easter egg within the first 2 weeks, and we got, I can't remember what level we were, but we were like top 100 for like the first 2 weeks. It felt awesome. We were on the game forever, just with all the perks, everything for hours on end, and it was like probably one of the most legendary sessions I've ever had.
Such good. It really did. It just so many memories of childhood with this. Let's go ahead and wrap things up, guys. We are well past the time that I try to shoot for an hour, and sometimes it doesn't.
This is our longest episode so far.
This is one of our longer ones. I'm sorry. It didn't mean to turn into this, but
that's okay.
No, I'm going to listen to this. I'm going to play this back later on tonight. On the way to work. Right. So I mean, this is perfect, man.
Oh. Speaking of re-listening, so I realized something last week, and I'm going to get it out of the way real quick. This will be my final statement before we go into our conversations. So I said that I'd bring it back up and we talk about it, and we never did. My PlayStation account, what ended up happening there. So basically what ended up happening, I woke up, I was trying to get set up last weekend to prep for our episode. I was going to play some Madden, and I like to play that on my PlayStation, especially if I can get Doodles on with me, right? So I'm like, going to play that. Try to get signed in. Can't get signed in. I'm like, what is happening? So I do password reset, and I don't receive the email. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
And so whatever, I didn't think about it. I'm like, I'll call and get it reset, and, I likely locked myself out or something, whatever. So couple hours later, my wife's like, hey, what did you buy something on PlayStation? And I'm like, yeah, I did, because I did. I spent $5 on a Rocket League pass. Okay. So I spent $5. She's asking me about a $5 charge. So I'm like, you know what? It's gotta be I chose the wrong card, dear. I'm so sorry. So I come back and I try to get signed back into my account. Definitely unlocked at this point. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. And I can't get in, can't reset my password. I'm like, what is going on? So I check my bank statement, and there's the $5 charge. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, it turns out account got completely hacked, completely gone. They reset the password. I had someone reach out to me that was super helpful in tracking things down. They do a very similar system to how the hackers got into my account, so they offered to help me out, and I couldn't quite go through with it, unfortunately. But they were super helpful in helping me figure all this out as to what was happening on my account. So I'm forever grateful for them. Finally got in touch. It was Monday morning. I spent all day. I told my boss, like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, if I get a text or a call or a chat from them at all, I'm bouncing for a few minutes. Like, they asked me 2 questions. They're like, were there any old email addresses on the account? And I said, yeah, these are every email address I've ever used on this account. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, we have the account now. Resetting the password, you're good to go. Like, 1 verification step, which is kind of worrying if I'm honest. But the good news is I got my account back. They had blocked all of my friends. I got you guys added again, hence the reason we were able to play. I got my username changed over. I got a different email. I got 2-factor authentication set up. So I think we're golden. Please don't steal my account, guys. It's kind of an asshole move. Just knock it off. It's
very clean username, too.
I do. I enjoy the username. I think I'm going to put it on my username.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. So, but yeah.
Y'all are going to keep with the at NatesLegend. That's not changing anywhere. Just my gaming handle changed. It's just for when I'm playing. Y'all aren't going to be doing much with that anyway. So don't worry about that. Keep following me at NatesLegend. That's all I have for you guys today. We're going to go ahead and say farewell. First things first, y'all, thank you so much for joining in on this conversation. Jay, where can our viewers find you? What can they expect from you
coming up? Actually, there's been another change to my channel.
Yay!
Yeah, your boy is moving into reactions. Apparently,
I'm pretty sure you were muted there. Go ahead and start that over for me.
I said I'm actually moving into a new channel change. I'm actually moving into reactions. Yes. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on some of the reactions that I have done. Okay. And people are telling me, dude, you don't need to be doing, video games and stuff like that, like streaming and stuff like that. But like that's cool, but your reactions are priceless.
Here's what we're gonna do then. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have an episode of Doodles and I are gonna put together our best clips on Rocket League. We're gonna put together our best clips, and then we're gonna montage it, and then you're gonna react to it, and we're gonna make that a video, and it will be a DLC. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that as a DLC, one of our free play DLCs. I've decided that. All right, Doodles, where can our viewers find you? What's new with you?
You can find me streaming highly irregularly on Twitch at TheDoodlyDoo. I have been deciding to click the broadcast button ever so often the last couple of days, and it's been kind of fun, and people have joined, and I've had a good time. Keep joining in and talking to me and stuff, because I'm lonely.
Oh, it's great. We love it.
He said because I'm lonely.
Oh
no,
no,
I'm just kidding. I just missed my friend.
Man, anytime I'm online, hey, send me a request, man. I'm always
there. We go.
I don't get a lot of time, unfortunately, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. I'll take over. I'm NatesLegend. As always, this has been an absolutely fantastic episode. You're going to be able to catch us. So recap on the Geek Dome real quickly. We'll likely be changing the location, but ultimately we are going to be streaming every week. It's going to be games that we're talking about on the show. It's going to be games that we are loving and playing. We got merch as well. So please check out everything going on. I have links up pretty much everywhere. There's your the merch links. We got everything. Please check it out. We absolutely love it. It's been fantastic. I'm enjoying doing this. Special shout out to Patrick as well. We talked about him on the show. We talked about him on the show. He's the one that kind of put this all together. He's the one guiding us and helping us, and he's been instrumental in the success of this show.
Thank you so much, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick. One more time. Was it Dennis? I don't remember. I've already closed the window. It's fine. I was going to give you a recap of his lookalike. It's fine. No worries, guys. I am NatesLegend, and please, guys, take care of your mental health. It really is super important. Please take care of that mental health. Honestly, I'm trying to kill time until I can get back to my outro, guys. All right, there it is. Take care of your mental health, and as always, guys, keep gaming.
Hi, Dane.